I'm on a hit list here for what else can we go fix. So what do you think it is that we might be missing the mark?
It's a great question, because I guess any CMO, and I'm sure many of us that have joined you on the podcast, we sit there and go, right, what are we missing?
Yeah. We
What
don't
are
often
not
have that
doing?
conversation. Usually we talk about how great you are. That's what most podcasts, all due respects to the CMOs, it's a lot of hero worship in these podcasts. And I appreciate that. That's just not, that's just not what more focus is here. We're going to try to make it better, but go ahead.
But it's true, but we should all be taking a step back and go, what are we missing? What is it that we could be doing a little bit better? And I think, there are topics like measurement and accountability that, yes, we know. I think I've been saying this for way too long, so I'm not going to say that again. But there are things like that we have got to get much, much better at.
Yeah.
But I think, as I was thinking about this question in this context, there were a couple of things that are closely related that I think as an industry, we need to step up on.
Okay.
And I say this because I look at a lot of what is out there, and more often than not, I think you could take a piece of content or an ad-like object and you could remove one brand and put a competitor brand on it, and it would actually work.
Yeah.
And I think in the world we are operating in today, where there is a proliferation of content from brands, from us as consumers, and everything in between, if that is something that can happen to your work, the chances of you standing out and that message or that moment of engagement being attributed to you and actually going on and changing perception and ultimately behavior is probably not going to happen. So for me, number one, we've got to recognize the power of challenging the status quo.
Oh, okay.
Being bold, being visionary, being willing to take some risks, being willing to push ourselves to do things that stand us apart from our industry, from our competitors, the conventions, the tropes of our industry. Yes, it can feel incredibly uncomfortable, particularly when you are going on the journey and you initially launch something, because you do all the testing and you hope it's going to work. But you've got to be brave, particularly in a large corporate organization, to kind of go, hey, what, we're going to do something really quite different to what we've done in the past and what everybody around us is doing, because I really believe that's the way that we're going to be able to stand out, break through, engage in a meaningful way, and have that engagement attributed to us as a brand that'll change perception, ultimately behavior.